G'day guys, it's Mitch here from the Brew Lab.
With Connor does coffee.
Look at him go. He's all over it. Connor does do coffee. Connor doesn't do Aeropress, but he will today.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. But before we get to that, how you been, mate?
Well, pretty. Just trying. I set up my home coffee setup.
How's that going for you?
My cat jumped in the way of the video I was doing.
So you're going to be a cat video on YouTube?
I hope not.
But they go viral.
They do
You'll
go
get more views
viral.
than this.
It actually, if it does, that's going to be a cool little competition we'll have.
You're a dick.
Yeah, I'm going to keep the cat in now.
Okay.
It's going to take me a little longer to edit.
Okay.
What about you?
Just drinking Ethiopian coffee, buying watches.
Buying watches. Show off your fancy watch.
Bit of gold Zalesniak. It's not real gold. It's
Plated gold?
I think it's just colour gold. I own a cafe, not a fucking drug empire. Different drug, good drugs. But let's leave that conversation alone.
That's why I'm keeping quiet.
All right. But apart from that, no, standard cafe life.
Cool.
So last week we were mentioning I was going to try to get some Ethiopian Yirgacheffe.
Yep.
I couldn't get Yirgacheffe, but we've got Ethiopian Guji,
Yes.
which I prefer.
Okay.
It's easier, it's even more versatile, and I've tried it every way possible, and it's probably the best espresso I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cool. Because I've had quite a lot of Yirgacheffe, and I had one of these
Today.
today, as a pour over,
And
and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It just like hits you with all the flavour, and then you just have to get used to it.
it's incredible. It's very, very full on sweetness and fruity.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. So, of course, we're using Quattro coffees, and ironically, this is episode 4.
Yep.
Quattro, 4 Quattro. If you don't know the reference, you probably don't like coffee.
Or you go,
I reckon.
I see where you were going with that. Clever.
Yeah, that's what I did there. And we are obviously using Aeropress, and this is going to be a very entertaining video because Connor has never made Aeropress before.
Nope.
You ever watched someone make an Aeropress?
Nope. See, with pour over, I've seen it done
So you've watched
20
it
times.
a lot.
Yeah. That, never used Aeropress.
Cool.
Never seen it, didn't Google anything.
So this will be entertaining. If you haven't ever used an Aeropress, you're probably a little bit overwhelmed by all the stuff on the bench here. You do not need most of the stuff. You can make coffee with that and a cup, and obviously some coffee. You do not need scales and water kettles, and this is a water hardness adjustable jug. I can adjust how hard yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm a nerd.
No, I'll ask you after the video because
Yeah.
I think that would be too much of it.
It's pretty full on. We'll talk about water another time on camera because it's insane. It's so simple yet it's ridiculous. Anyway.
But hardness means how much calcium's in the water.
Talk about later.
Talk about it later?
Talk about later.
Okay.
This video is going to be long enough.
Yep.
So I'm going to help Connor because he's literally never used one before. And if I didn't help, it'd be funny, but the coffee would taste like ass.
Yeah.
No, it's a bad thing. 2 filters in the base, and that clips into the bottom of there. Okay?
Easy.
Super simple. There are a million different variations of how you do this, and angles, and upside down, and sideways, and then you can make Aeropress. And then, mind out of the gutter. I need to stop. we're going to put 30 grams of coffee in,
Yep.
and then we're going to put water in at 90 degrees. Don't ask why. If you don't like the recipe, make it a different way.
But it's also consistent.
Yeah, it's
We
just
did pour
easy.
over
It's an easy number. It's easy to know what to change if you want to change.
Yep.
And the grind is almost espresso. Fine. So it's almost. It's not quite.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make coffee. Okay.
Me.
Meow.
No.
Meow.
All right. I've got another little cheat sheet.
Yep.
And again, his writing is immaculate.
It's delicious.
So, cool.
So if you squeeze the cup, I've learnt this trick, like that, it'll pour out much nicer and you
Okay.
won't make a mess.
Oh. What? Stop.
It's okay. You're allowed to make mess. It's fine. So. Alright.
All right.
So now, how much water are we going to put in?
90 grams, 90 mils. No, 100 mils of water over 15 seconds, and it's at 90 degrees. Got it.
So start the timer and take about 15 seconds,
All right.
give or take. Don't stress, guys. Doesn't have to be that crazy.
Do I need to do any fancy stirring?
You can, but you don't have to.
100, not 15.
Okay. This is purely just like the baseline with no experience of making the coffee. It's gone a little bit over time, but it's fine. Done. Okay. And then what?
Stir.
That will not touch the bottom because that's the little thing that comes with it. So you can go balls deep.
That's what you say. It's about 15 seconds.
Yep. And then what are we doing?
Then the next step is add more water.
How much more?
70.
So we're going to 170.
Yeah, did I read that right?
Yep. So 170 total. Okay. And then we take it off the scales once you're ready.
Okay.
Because we don't want to push on scales. I've watched people do it on camera and
It looks painful.
please don't push on your scales. Calibrating scales is
Got
not,
more scented.
yeah.
Cool. I just don't want it to slip.
Okay. So you've started.
Am I?
And you are now extracting coffee. Okay, so how long do you want this to take?
It was 45 seconds.
Keep an eye on the time. There's a bit of pressure in there.
Yeah. It's just this really weird balancing act. I
Yeah.
don't want to.
Yeah, you get used to it. So if you keep an eye on that, the point of the coffee is the part where it's going to end the extraction. So not the plunger, because you've got
Okay.
air between them. Yeah?
Hence the name.
Mmm.
I'm not just going to.
That's okay. How's your time looking?
I think I'm about done. I'm 5 seconds over. So,
It's okay.
that's a lot of pressure there.
Yeah? So coffee's pretty well finished. So once you get that hissing sound, you've finished your extraction.
Okay.
Okay? So you can push it all the way to the bottom, just to make getting rid of it easier. There's no more flavour coming through. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
And then, once you're done there, pop the base off. And then this part, rubbish gone. Okay?
Oh, that's cool.
Really simple.
Yeah.
And the rubbish just leaves like a little nice little puck.
Oh, that's
Bottom of the
nice.
cup. Yeah. So you can observe, we can check that later. We'll do that off camera.
Okay.
And then my favourite part,
The tasting.
drink coffee.
All right.
So That took all of 3 minutes
Yeah.
to actually make a coffee. We're probably at like a 15-minute video because it's us. So now this recipe is designed to add water.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Kind of like caramel color.
It's very rich.
That's
So-
awesome.
That's a really easy way to make coffee, hey?
Yeah. The only thing I was worried about was the pressure in it slipping, but I guess doing it more,
Yeah.
I won't have that.
Yeah, you get used to it.
It's got a bit of acidity there, but it's not bad acidity. It's just like,
So I'm going to add 25% water, roughly. Dilute it a little bit.
this looks awesome.
Oh, much smoother. It's actually quite nice.
Oh yeah, and I got rid of any acidity.
Yeah. So that recipe is designed to
Adjust
dilute
for palate.
after. So you can make it kind of at its strongest point. So you build the ratio as strong as you can make it, and that's what we did. So
Okay.
30 grams in, 170 grams of water. That's pretty ballsy. That's pretty strong.
Right.
But then you can add ice, you can add milk if you want, add water. You can do all that stuff to it afterwards because you can't bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always dilute it, but
Yeah.
you can't make it
So that's one
Okay.
super simple recipe that anyone can do at home. We didn't touch half the things here. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So now what we're going to do, much like last week, is I'm going to make a coffee using the same thing. I'm going to be using an Aeropress. I'm going to do a different recipe.
Okay.
Same amount of coffee again, just to show that I'm not changing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what else we can do to change flavors and different extractions. Before we do that, where are we?
Right. Straight away, kind of like dried fruit.
Mm-hmm. Stone fruits and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
It is nice. It is good. It's a little bit deeper than I like. Kind of that molasses chocolatey kind of taste to it, which you wouldn't have got as a pour over.
Yeah, I'm not really getting any of that. It might be because I've had it earlier today that I'm just like, all I taste is like the fruit flavors.
Okay.
I love the color of it.
Alright. I'll have a turn and we'll go from there.
Molasses. Okay. What's molasses?
Caramel, chocolatey.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool.
He's gonna have a go now.
Okay.
Go on.
Alright, Mum. So, alright, I've gone and cleaned and, well, we cleaned.
No, I just carried it. You cleaned.
Alright, so I'm going to do it slightly different using the same amount of coffee like I said. I've already put the 2 filters inside there. A couple of little things I'm going to do different. I am going to preheat and kind of wet the filter a little bit just to get things up to temperature, potentially get rid of a little bit of that watery taste of the paper, the papery taste of the filter. That's what I meant. I need more coffee. Okay?
Well, you're in the right place.
Alright. I'm making a mess, it's alright. I'm not working tomorrow, it's not my problem. Oh yeah, it's a weird size. So once again, 30 grams in. And I've got 30 grams in because none of it's on the bench. Little stab. Still at 90 degrees.
Yep.
Cool beans. So Connor wants to time this for his own sake, and that's fine. Let's go. Now, I'm going to pop a little bit in there. So if you use different techniques, you can make it kind of agitate. Yeah, as you pour taller, you get it to agitate. So I've just popped 100 grams in, so we're at about halfway. Okay. Just a nice little stir. Now this coffee is brewing as we speak. As soon as water touches, we're brewing.
Right.
Okay. And then, because I know we're going to dilute, I'd rather just do it ourselves and build it into the brew.
Okay. 220.
Yeah. And I'm not pushing very hard. Just kind of the weight of my arms almost. Let's see if I can do some editing and speed this part up.
Yeah, probably.
How good am I?
You're at half my time.
Yep. So, more water and agitation while brewing, rather than relying on the stir. It's about all I've changed. And it's done. So total time of 2 minutes 10. So I wasn't too stressed about time. I was kind of trying to show everyone how easy you can make a good coffee.
More red compared to
Yeah, less of that sort of caramel brown. So it's the same coffee, but I feel it's sweeter and smoother.
bit nutty.
Almost tarty.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah. So it's. I did change a decent amount. Like the amount of water is obviously going to change a lot, but giving you that control of rather than just adding something afterwards.
Yeah. At least you know exactly where you are.
Yeah, I've added weight,
Yeah.
like actual weight, and I know how much it is, so it's a little bit more of a calculated. Now, there's another thing I would like to do, but I won't because this will end up another hour video if no one will watch it. So, there's one thing I do like to do is grind coarser, and I actually use the Aeropress in a different way. So instead of having it assembled and apply it like this, I actually have the plunger assembled, coffee in, water in, paper filter on.
Oh, so reversed.
Okay?
Yep.
So it's brewing, but the coffee's not going to come out. So you can grind coarser and you can control it more.
Okay.
Yeah? That's something that can be done. I think it's something you should do.
Now.
Yeah. So I think you should repeat my recipe I just did using that method
Okay.
and see what comes out. So
Now I need to try and remember your recipe.
I'm going to grind coarser.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually going to grind beans different to give you an idea. It'll be a lot less pressure. It'll be
Oh, because it's able to escape faster.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to do that.
Cool.
Because it's too similar. It still tastes too similar to your coffee. So I'm going to try it different. Let's do that.
Sweet.
Okay, we're back. And as you can see, there is bugger all on the bench right now because we're going to show you a super simple way of making a good coffee. You guys can do this at home. I reckon we do like a live brew along one day.
Brew
For
along.
anyone that's got an Aeropress, I reckon that would be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
All right. Our battery's going to go flat, so Connor's going to make a coffee.
Really, really quick because the battery's apparently
Nah,
going
you'll be
flat.
right, it'll be fine.
We're good?
Yeah.
Alright.
So we're going inverted, which means the Aeropress is upside down, semi-assembled. Okay. So obviously the base isn't in there while he's doing this part. Coffee's in. Just shake it. Set that there.
I guess the plunger.
Yeah. All right. And then
Alright.
Connor's going to do his thing, and I'm just going to shut my pretty little mouth.
Okay, so we're not even timing it. What I'm going to be doing is pouring until about 2, just over 2. About there.
So,
And
bit
then-
over halfway.
Yeah, and then I'm going to irritate it. Agitated. I'm just going to shout at it for a
And you
bit.
rah!
That's legit. The first time you were like, oh yeah, so you do this, this, and this, and then, you agitate. I was like, you mean like,
Just yell at
fucking
him.
idiot? Or like, then I was like, oh, does it then go down? But no, because it's inverted.
Yeah.
So we
the
just-
idea, the method the idea of this sort of brewing recipe is you invert it, so you can go coarser without the water just falling through the coffee. Because you're upside down, it can't go anywhere. And how high are you going there?
to just above 1, which I need to go a little more.
Go a bit more.
About there. Oh, actually no, I'm going to the collar.
Go to the collar. So all the way to the collar.
Yeah. So what we were having a little bit of a chat about, just because I didn't really understand how the inverted thing works, because it's being coarser, you're allowing it just to brew at your own pace.
Yeah, so you're not worried about the water starting to extract on its own due to gravity. So you just take your time. Filters are already in, they're already wet, warm. I'm not trying to be rude.
Oh, Jesus.
So as soon as you
Hey.
turn it, it starts to
It
extract
starts.
itself.
Okay.
And
And then just... That is a lot easier.
yeah, exactly. So I went on the EK 1.5 full notches coarser. Okay?
Okay.
So you've got on an EK 1 to 15, 16, 17, I don't know, something like that. And like anything below 1 is like espresso
Okay.
for us. This was the first one was at 1, and then this one's at 2.5 on the EK. Okay, so 1.5 full notches coarser.
And I'm just letting...
Literally just the weight of your arms on there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so even at the bottom, so generally as you get close to the bottom it gets firmer, like an espresso, it sort of builds all that tension. But I dare say with this it hasn't changed much from the top to bottom.
No.
Yeah,
Only now is when I'm gonna...
so that's the air.
Yeah.
All the way to the
That's it.
bottom. I'll let you do the little puck removal part. I don't know why I enjoy it so much.
Alright. So then I just...
Pop the base off. Using your man hands. Pop it on top and push it.
Yeah. Sweet. Oh,
Shit. Yeah, you made a mess
because it was full.
Yeah, just leave it on there, it's fine.
Alright. Easy.
So,
You can pull this one.
it's bright red.
Okay.
I like that. To me, that's more like a green apple. I like that green apple acidity to it.
Very light.
Yeah, super light. So all we really changed was how coarse it was. Other than that, we just controlled the brew
I think,
by doing less.
yeah.
We got rid of the scales, we got rid of the timer, and we just made a coffee as if we're in the middle of nowhere.
Which for the most part, like at home, most people wouldn't be like, oh, I need to get the scales, and I need to do this, and I need to do that.
We do. I do.
Oh yeah, you do. But I mean like...
No. So look, yeah, most people want to buy an Aeropress, take it camping,
Okay.
and be able to just boil some water on a fire in their little billy pot and make a coffee. That's the idea. Like it weighs nothing. It doesn't take up a lot of room in storage. It kind of packs into itself really nicely. You can even store coffee in it if you have the right things.
Yeah, you could probably fold the filters up and put it
Correct.
on the top there.
Yes. So you can do so many different things, and it's really, really simple. And for something that retails in Australia for like $60 or something,
You can do a lot and experiment a lot with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you compare it to something like a mocha pot, and I love mocha pot. I have a tattoo of a mocha pot if anyone hasn't known. I definitely love them. But these are much more versatile unit if we're looking at price range.
More thought and effort goes into experimenting with the mocha pot because it's very rigid. But with this, you control
Just play
everything.
Just play with it.
Yeah.
And you can make different coffee every time. Consistency is the problem.
Yeah.
So I've watched some pretty wild Aeropress competition routines. It's fucking absurd. Like some of the things people do is crazy. You know, I've watched guys add ice to it during the brew and then after, and yeah. But you can definitely play with a lot of things. I find that the trouble with it is the consistency. I can't repeat coffees with it. I haven't used them enough. I actually hated Aeropress for a long time.
Yeah.
As I mentioned a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was taught very poorly how to use one, so I thought it was shit.
What do you remember? What the big thing you shouldn't have done?
I was under the impression that because it's a manual brew, that I should have been coarse on the coffee.
And if you were doing it then standard way, it would have just dribbled right through.
I can't control it.
Okay.
So the water, as soon as you put water in, it just started pouring like a V60.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that would
So
just
there was
give
just
you
no flavour.
Yeah.
It was just brown water. Yeah. So I just thought it was horrible until someone said, "Look, fucking hold up a second, I'll show you how to use one." Thanks, man. Yeah. That was pretty cool. But,
That's awesome.
yeah. Aeropress is cool.
Mm.
Thanks, guys. America got one thing right.
I was in America.
Sorry, Tesla. Please don't sue me.
I love that last episode, you went for Starbucks. This episode, Tesla.
Corporate America. Fuck you.
The next episode, Big Pharma.
Nope. No. I'm a massive fan of Aeropress. Good job, guys. If you guys know of any brew recipes for Aeropress that are really cool, I actually know that... Oh, should I say? No, I actually can't say anything yet. I'm sorry. Because he'll be coming on the show shortly.
Because then someone would sue you.
Well, no, it's just going to make that episode less interesting. You'll find out when he gets there.
This episode, your stuff.
You wait and see.
Cool.
Loves a surprise. But that is an easy way to make a good coffee.
Yeah.
A really good coffee. I have a headache.
Because you don't have enough coffee or you've had too? That's probably what's been happening.
Always the answer.
That's been happening with me for the last 3 days.
Not enough coffee.
Not enough coffee.
I haven't seen you in 5 days, 3 days.
No, they're like...
More
5 days.
coffee. If there's a problem, coffee.
Yep.
Having heart palpitations, maybe not.
this type of coffee. Coffee
you'll be
or
right.
fruity.
Yeah, it's good for you.
You need more water?
Strong like
Coffee.
There's water in coffee. Coffee is the answer.
Okay, so we've done the machine,
Yeah, like espresso,
single origin,
single espresso, and you've done.
pour over, Aeropress. Now what? Because I literally never used this before.
Cool. What's next?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Because okay, the premise of this show is that I know nothing. I don't know what else we could do.
What do you want to know? Connor does nothing. Let us know in the comments what we should do for the next video. If anyone's watched this far. Naked guy in Canada, what should we do?